It's you and me, no place I'd rather be. Ding dong, hello, let's make this house a home. Welcome to Spencer and Sarah's house.
Hello.
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 How are you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, my tummy's just hurting a lot. But, you know, what else is new? It's only making me stronger.
Yeah, and only hot people get tummy problems, so.
Oh, well, that's great to know. It feels so much better. My boyfriend did buy me a heating pad, too, so I've been using that a lot lately.
Nice.
Yeah, but otherwise it's good. I got back into Animal Crossing.
Ooh, okay.
And I've finally figured out my theme, which is like witchy forest core. So I've
Yes.
just redid the front of my island, like my entrance, to be very like woodsy. And I'm currently working on making my plaza like magically autumny market. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. What
Nice.
about you? What are you up to?
I'm good. I did a percussion workshop on Friday, which was really fun. It was something completely different. I feel like my heart has always been calling towards the drums, but I've never played them and I've always denied myself. So doing this was like let's try it out, and it felt so good. It was like just felt nice in my body. So hoping to keep doing that for fun. It was also just like so socially awkward because I didn't know anyone,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of like I showed up, no one was at the entrance at first, so I was like, okay, and then like a lady showed up and she like took me to where they were, and I was like, great. And then they were like moving things from the car in the back, so I was like, okay, I'll just hop in and do that. And like people were really nice and talking to me because they knew that I was new. But then like everyone started grabbing instruments, and I was standing there like I don't know what to do until like the leader of the group was like, "Oh, you don't have an instrument. Let me get you set up." And I was like, "Okay, thanks."
Aww.
Yeah, very socially awkward, but I'm proud of myself for just going and doing it. And it'll get easier the more I do it. So it's yeah, fun to
Proud
try
of
a new
you.
thing. Thanks.
It's
Yeah, I'm
great.
trying to do more like new things I've always wanted to do that I've just never done. So this was a good one.
Perfect. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Very good. Oh yeah.
Yay.
Well, what are we doing?
Today you have called and we have answered. We're doing a presentation. We've got a new bring your own topic episode
Hell yeah.
now.
I love these.
Me too. They're so fun.
I really like making PowerPoints.
Yeah,
This is really fun.
I agree. They're like easy.
Yeah. They're fun. You can design them. I love clicking to turn to the next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hunty.
Hell yeah, it is.
All right, well, I can go first.
Yeah, go
All
for
right,
it.
let me figure out how to share this. Close your eyes. Share. I share screen. Share screen.
Share screen.
I share screen, I love. Share. Oh, okay, and then I've disappeared. Okay, hold on. Slideshow. Sorry, it's like a little delayed for me. Okay, you can open it
You're
now.
okay. Uh,
So, can you see
nice.
this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've just been thinking a lot lately about food because of my tummy problems. And I was thinking back on like, I like to, I'll try anything at least once. And sometimes I'll just combine things. And so these are just some combos that are maybe off the beaten path, maybe things people have known about, but I've just discovered. And I just wanted to talk about them and rank them really quickly.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so pizza, goldfish, and vanilla pudding. I think you have been witness to this, or I've at least told you about this. But
Yeah.
For people who don't know, this is a 9 out of 10 combo. I created this as a comfort food during my downtimes because it was the only thing I had in my cabinets at the time, but it worked really well. It was really good. But yeah, so it was the first like comfort snack I created for myself. So it holds like nostalgia for me. And it's just like a sweet and salty combo, and sweet and salty always goes well together. Like, I don't know a single person who disagree with that. And it's like a whimsical or chips and dip situation, you know?
I love
It's,
that.
it's like, it's a classic. You're dipping something into a sauce and it works. The only caveat to this, which keeps it from being a 10 out of 10, is it needs to be the pizza goldfish with the vanilla snack pack pudding. It's just like the most ideal. Like, you could use regular goldfish, but I think there's like a little bit of like kick that the pizza goldfish gives it that just sort of really ties it all together. And like chocolate pudding just doesn't quite work the same, in my opinion. It's got to be kind of a blander base sauce for the pizza goldfish. So that's my first one.
Hell yeah.
This one I had recently: salmon and hard-boiled eggs.
Those are my two favorite things.
Together or separate though?
I've never had them together.
Okay, try them together and tell me what you
Okay.
think. Because I had this recently at a restaurant,
Okay.
and I like didn't realize it came with hard-boiled eggs, and they were sliced on top of the salmon, with like dill and cream cheese. So like, it seems like it would work, but to me, I'm not really a fan of eggs outside of the scramble state of being, except for jammy eggs and like ramen. Those are really good. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of hard-boiled eggs. This was a 3 out of 10 for me. I feel like it added nothing to the taste. I don't know why the hard-boiled eggs were sliced and put on top of the salmon. I don't get it. The salmon is like flaky and soft, and the eggs are like what's like mushy and soft. So it was just like a weird combo of textures. I did not vibe. And just like, why do you need to do this? Like, salmon is good already. Like, the cream cheese, salmon, dill, and capers combo is already amazing. I don't see what eggs bring to this. It makes no sense to me. Isn't I like also a protein? Now there's two proteins. I don't get it. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. It was not good. French fries and strawberry jam. Okay, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. I now am always going to ask to replace this. Instead of having ketchup, I'm just gonna ask for side jam. And this came about sort of as an experiment. Brewer and I go to this. Well, we used to go to this breakfast place where he would get this really good smash burger that came with fries. I would get this breakfast sandwich, and like I'd always get a slice of sourdough toast on the side that came with their like in-house strawberry jam. And I think one day I just like picked up a fry and dunked it in there just because I was like, why not? And it was like phenomenal. It was amazing. It's the sweet and salty combo again coming through. And I just find ketchup really bitter sometimes in a way, or like it's I don't know. Sometimes ketchup just has like that like really like tomatoey acidic, because it's made of tomatoes, but like that really like acidic vibe that I don't always like with my fries. Like I usually get like ranch or something else in place of ketchup, but dunking it in the jam was like so amazing. They're even like a similar color, so it's just like, this was great. It's great. I ask you to try it, especially like a in-house strawberry jam. Ooh, it's incredible. Yeah, I will say this won't work with every fry though. Like they've got to be real like crispy, in my opinion. Yeah, so just be cautious. But I feel like this is an amazing combo. Okay, this is new to me. I don't know if this is a new concept, but creme fraiche on omelets is like, I'm starting to come around to it. This was a 7 out of 10 for me. We go to this other restaurant that we really like, and I ordered this on a whim, and it was like, wow, it was so good. I feel like it gives like the omelets a really good like tang in a way. I don't know. I feel like omelets can be really sweet for me or really bland, but this gives it like a good texture, and then it also just gives like that weird little like kick to it. that I really like. And I also just think I don't like ketchup. Like if people put ketchup on eggs, I don't subscribe to that at all.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
this I feel like was my way of like having a ketchup substitute. I also feel like when
Mm-hmm.
you combine this with like green onion on your omelet, it's like such a good little trio. It was like, mwah, delish. And yeah, is this a thing? I don't know. I got this literally from like it was like a thing you could order off the menu. So like I don't know if it's common to do this or not, but I feel like I'm gonna start incorporating this in my routine more. It's good. It just gives it a little extra like wow, like pizzazz. It feels fancy. Fancier omelets. Popcorn and milk. I I feel very vulnerable talking about this. This was like something my sister and I used to do when we would watch movies at home. We would like pour ourselves a big glass of milk, make some popcorn, and just take a popcorn piece and dip it in the milk. I don't know why, don't know how. That's just something that started. This is a 6 out of 10. I've honestly retired this snack. I have not, not used it much recently. I have no memory of why we thought this was good. There's a big downside of like having milk fingers because you're trying to dip as much of your popcorn piece as possible into the milk, but like popcorn's small, so like, and it doesn't make sense to like do like a cookies and milk like with a spoon sort of dealio. So you just
Mm.
kind of dip it, and the tips of your fingers are always covered in milk. Like it's kind of a downside. You can't really do this with buttery popcorn either, because then like the milk is like buttery, like in like a weird way. So then you can't really drink it. But is this is a surprisingly good mouthfeel, which I feel terrible to admit. But like I don't know, like the popcorn just like gets a little soggier, and I feel like I get the kernels in my like stuck in my teeth less.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel ashamed. I don't use it anymore. But there's just
Was
something.
it this was
Hmm?
it something that you did repeatedly, or was it like you tried it once?
This was a repeated snack. This became sort of
Nice.
like any time we had popcorn, I'd go get a glass of milk. For several
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason to this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still better than salmon and eggs in my opinion.
Cool.
Okay, this one is the last one, and I will die on this hill that pineapple is fine to have on pizza. It's good on pizza.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it just is. But I
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, this specific combo, I'm sure cannot be a just a me thing. This has got to be like an everybody thing, or most people who like pineapple on pizza thing. But I recently, okay, so this is barbecue sauce and pineapple on pizza. Um, we went to Domino's recently, which is like normally okay. Like Domino's is fine, but I did this new combo where I like that I haven't gotten from Domino's, at least new for me at Domino's, where I asked them to not do like the herb thing they do on the crust, because I don't like how it feels picking up the pizza, like having it all over my hands. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like plain like outer rim, please, of the pizza. And I just replaced the tomato sauce with barbecue sauce, and then I added pineapple on top and some bacon, and it was just like, oh, it like made it instantly like a elevated Domino's pizza. It was great. It was like 100 out of 10.
Wow.
I mean, this combo is incredible, you know. And pineapple is good on pizza. I don't care. I don't care. I'll die on this hill. It's literally the best pizza
Mm-hmm.
combo. It's instant pick me up. There's also a place in my hometown where we get this from, where we add like a little bit of ham too, and it's also amazing. It's sweet and it's tangy and it's great. So
Mm-hmm.
sue me, sue me. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole shebang.
Amazing.
you know, Sorry if that annoyed anyone, but I just wanted to talk about it because I was like, man, I feel like I eat some weird shit. It's time to talk about it.
You've got some fun tastes and combos.
Yeah. Do you have anything like that?
Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What the barbecue and pineapple reminded me of, I recently had a cheeseburger at this shop. You can get a Hawaiian burger, which is just a cheeseburger with pineapple on top of it, which I'd never had before. That was amazing. Um, that was a big thing. Um, I think as a kid, I do French fries and milkshakes. Love that.
Yes,
Um, I
that is classic.
I feel like that's more common I've done like popcorn and M&Ms as well.
Mm.
Love that combo.
Have you ever done your like fries and your Wendy's Frosty?
No, I don't know. I haven't had a Frosty in
Ugh.
years. I don't know if I've ever had one.
Fries and ice cream. I just think that's good too.
It's a great combo. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the sweet and salty, you know? You just can't go wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely. I used to do as I discovered as a kid peanut butter. This was going to sound crazy. A peanut butter sandwich, but you put shredded cheese on top of it. And there's something with like the texture of eating the cheese with the peanut butter that it like you like don't really taste the cheese. It's just like it's good. It was good.
Interesting.
But I grew up in like a ingredient household, so like you would just have to find what you could and
Yeah.
put it together. So that worked for me as a kid.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna try that. Cheese and a peanut butter sandwich. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that salmon and egg thing just to give it a go.
I didn't like it. Like, you know, to me it just didn't add anything, and I just don't like
Yeah.
eggs hard boiled like that. It's just such a strange texture. So to me, I was like,
Mm.
I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, fair. I used to eat hard boiled eggs like every day, so I'll
Oh, you
give
might
it a
like
go and see if it changes my life. We'll see.
Yeah, I got it as like a tartine, they called it, but it's just an open faced sandwich. There's just no top, like, stop pretending.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
literally
funny.
just less bread. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a grain bread, cream cheese, smoked salmon, and like dill and capers on it. And I was like, this is great. And they put salt and vinegar chips crumbled on top of the salmon as well.
Oh wow.
There wasn't
Okay.
enough of them, but when I did get
Yeah.
a bit of them, I was like, ooh, that's actually good. I like that with the salmon. And then, yeah, they just sliced the hard boiled egg on top, and I was like, what's this adding?
Yeah. I'm gonna give that a go.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Do you put chips in your sandwiches too?
I've had that and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I like,
like
a
it.
good, like, salty, like, Lay's in a PBJ. That one's so good.
Yeah, I think I enjoy just like the crunch of it. I
Yeah.
like the taste is fine, but like just like the crunch of it, I'm like, yes, that feels good.
Exactly.
Yeah. I also hate ketchup. I don't mind ketchup, but I don't like the smell of it. I think like when someone pours like a ketchup onto their plate and it's near me, I'm like, well, that just like completely covers the rest of this like experience of the other food. It like completely overshadows everything else, and I hate that.
Yeah, I used to really like ketchup, but I don't know. It just feels it can be really acidic to me. If it's like a sweeter ketchup, I don't mind as much, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Normally, I'm just like, can I have a side of ranch and I dip my fries in that instead, or like a Chipotle mayo, or like a Thousand Island. Like that's what I'd rather
Yeah.
dip it in. But
Same.
yeah, putting it in the strawberry compote was like,
I'm gonna try that too, because I'm not a jelly jam person, but I would give that a go.
it's got to be like a really runny jam. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
talking like the jelly you spread on your sandwich kind of deal. Like it's more like viscous, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's good. Yeah. And their in-house jam was so good. So I was just like, oh, wow, this is great.
Yeah. Amazing. Spencer and Sarah's House can be listened to on all podcast streaming platforms as well as watched on YouTube. You can find Spencer and Sarah on Instagram and TikTok at @SASHousePod, SAS Housepod. For bonus content like our Book Corner episodes, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/SASHousepod. Thanks for listening and supporting us. Now back to the episode. Okay.
Let's see.
You ready
what
for
you
mine?
got.
If you can close your eyes, maybe I should close all of these other tabs that I have open. Share screen. I share screen.
I share screen. I love.
Share. And if I do this. Oh, I was all the way at the end. Okay. Okay, you may open your eyes.
Oh, Of course.
You stated a while ago that you were looking to get into rats, and and that is something I have no problem helping someone get into.
I honestly forgot I had talked about that.
Get
God.
ready to have your mind changed, hopefully.
Let's talk
Great.
about rats.
Let's talk about rats. About rats. So, rats exist almost everywhere except in Antarctica. There are billions of them. They're most known for being stowaways within human travel back in the days. So the most common rats are brown sewer rats or black house rats. However, there are also different rats that have been domesticated and can be kept as pets. I had two pet rats when I was like 6 and 7. Those were my first pets because someone told my dad that they're really clean, which they are. Rats are commonly used for research purposes as well because they're really smart and easy to train. Next. Why are there so many rats? They are crazy breeders. During a 6-hour fertility period, a female rat will mate up to 500 times with various male rats. So she may be having sex multiple times with one male rat, move on to the next person within 6 hours. I really want to do the math now on how many times that is, but it's okay. And then each birth, they'll give around an average of 8. They call them pups. 8 pups. And then this can happen up to 7 times a year. So you're going around like 56, 60 rats within a year of that's how many children you have in 1 year. Yeah, it's a lot. Here's some more fun facts. Oh, sorry guys, I messed up. I meant to give a full warning in the beginning. There's going to be a lot of pictures of rats. So if you're uncomfortable by this, it's okay if you skip or just listen. If you're not watching it, maybe you just want to listen and close your eyes or listen to the podcast on Spotify.
I will say the rat pictures are cute, though. They've been curated to be
Right.
very soft, like Getty
Yes.
images of rats.
Yeah, they're very friendly rats.
Getty-like images. I don't know where you got these
Yeah.
photos from.
All from Canva for free. Thanks, Canva. And all of this information I found on National Geographic and some stuff from the Smithsonian Museum page and a few research articles.
She's researched.
Researching and also fun facts from my heart as well. So some fun facts about rats. As a group, as a collective, they're called a mischief, and I love that. They're really social creatures. They do better when they're in community. Also, amongst humans, they remember who's nice to them, and so if you meet a friendly rat, they might even bring you a present every once in a while if you're nice.
What kind of present? Is it like with
probably
cats
like-
where they bring you dead things?
Could be, but they're more herbivores, so it might be just like little treats and stuff, like little sticks maybe. I don't know. I don't know what kind of treats. They'll bring you something though that they care about. The like big picture of this rat looks like one of my rats. She was like black and white. It's just so cute. It's making me think of her right now with her little paw. Okay. Next fun fact: their whiskers are more sensitive than human hands, and that's what they use to kind of feel around and pick up things. So super sensitive whiskers. That's what they kind of rely on to get around. But also their eyes work separately, so they can like look around in multiple places at once because their eyes do separate things apparently, which is crazy. And also rats dream, and there was a study that found they called it they dream of better futures, and there was this test done where these rats were kind of shown a treat that was like out of their reach, or they had to like work to get to the treat, but they didn't get to the treat. The rats were then tested while they were asleep, and it was showing them like kind of doing like running patterns of like retracing how to get to the treat in their dream. So they dream of treats just like us and dogs. Next, I'll bring up the kind of two big anti-rat arguments. First one, they're disease spreaders, and this dates back to like the bubonic plague, and all these different plagues that happened. And they were like, rats did it because they're traveling on boats and spreading their shit. However, that might not be entirely true. It could be part of it, but it might not be entirely true. There was a study done if I remember correctly, it was 2018. That suggested that the main spread of the Black Death and other plagues from long ago was due more so from parasites that were spread human to human and not rat to human, because they were kind of tracing. There are like records back in the day of like increased rat deaths, and those tend to happen before a plague has happened. So like there aren't as many rats to spread whatever plague is going around. And yeah, that was just the idea, is that the spreading from human to human kind of works faster than if it was from rat to human. For the test that they did, that was more like computer generated and taken in a lot of things into effect, from what I understood from the report. So they might not be disease spreaders in that sense. They probably still have diseases and spread them, but in that sense, I think it's not as worrisome.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the other argument is that they're gross. And the only thing I have to say about that is that they're actually self-cleaning. They like take care. They're kind of like cats, where like they kind of clean their own fur. Their nails need to be like, they do their own like clawing, similar to cats, where like they gotta shave down their nails. Their teeth grow on like forever, so like they need to have something that kind of like shaves their teeth down. Unfortunately, sometimes that's like the housing materials of people's houses that they're gnawing through. But if we were to provide them with the resources to direct them away from houses and go for like little wood out that's available, they would go for that. Yeah, they're pretty clean. Next, this one's gonna get a little sad, but I thought I like started researching on it, and I was like, I kind of need to bring it up.
Yeah.
Lab research. So a lot of rats are used for lab research. They take up rodents, specifically, so like rats and mice. They take up 95% of research animals. That's because rats specifically, they have the closest physiology to humans compared to mice, on the rodent side, and they're also really smart, easily trainable. This research has led to a lot of advancement for disease and genetics, and a lot of things that have helped humanity. On a plus side, scientists are required to take animal handling and ethics training before working with lab animals, so there are certain things in place. And then there are regulations, but it kind of depends on which country the research is being done in. So like in America, it's a lot less strict, unfortunately. So there's also that question of if it's ethical to do it in the first place, and the treatment of the rats. There's like, and just like the type of tests they run, I was like looking at pictures and I was like, this doesn't look right. This actually looks really, really sad. So it's like, yeah, I wanted to acknowledge that it's not great and it's really sad, but also they are providing like a lot of benefits to humanity. So there's like I want to acknowledge the rats that have given their life for this research. There is work. I did read at the end of one article that people that are like kind of like trying to move away from animal research in itself, like overall, they're trying to work on different ways to do research that doesn't actually impact animal life. It's like there are things that do work, but it's just not as popular yet. So I think at some point we will move in a good positive direction and not have to research on animals.
Yeah.
On a more positive side, some rats have jobs. So Because rats are smart. There are some rats that have been trained to detect tuberculosis in people, which is really cool. Also, some rats have been trained to detect landmines. So these are places, as an example, in Cambodia, there are a lot of hidden landmines from just previous wars and stuff, and like the landmines were never collected. So it's a big danger for everyone in living on the land. And there are rats that are trained because they're light enough to not trigger them. They've been trained to kind of scent landmines, and so they'll be sent out and they'll locate where some are to do a safe extraction, making it safer for everyone, which is really cute. Little working rats. Great. And next, I want to list some cool famous rats that exist in our pop culture.
Oh my God.
I'm sure you'll have heard of them. We've got Splinter, Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's so smart and wise and awesome. We've got Remy, who has a passion for food and loves to cook. And we've got Rizzo, who's just an all-around cool guy. I think, I do think the rat representation we have in media, I think there could be more. It's a lot more mouse heavy than rats. And I think we could do with some more rat representation. But I do think the rats we do have are pretty positive characters, which is actually kind of surprising. Maybe I just ignored the evil ones, but I don't think there were many evil ones I came across.
Yeah, I can only think of like one, but he was just
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Great. And then I wanted to end with the year of the rat, which is the year that both you and I were born in. There's different elements that are assigned to each year. So we're actually a fire rat, which is kind of cool.
Ooh.
And so we're kind of the year of the rat, people born in this year. This one's for specifically 1996, but I think the qualities apply to each year for the rat. And those attributes are clever and quick thinkers, easygoing, great observers. And I am honored to be born in the year of the rat. That's something I heavily identify with. I love rats. I love rodents in general. And I think that's it for me. But I hope this has at least introduced you and allowed you to dip your toe into the life of rats. And maybe one day you will see a rat and be like, before you go, ah, ew, you'll go, you might be cute.
I do honestly feel less terrified of them now, I will say.
Yay.
Open my eyes, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the rats of Nim, the secret of Nim, really, started my wonderings about them. Are they as scary as we all think them to be?
Yeah, that's what, when I got my pet rats, what I was really asking for was a hamster, and for some reason, my dad had mentioned that to the science teacher at the school that he was working at, and she was like, oh, rats are a better rodent than hamsters, so he got me 2 rats instead. And one of them was like really nervous, so like she was okay. In my kid brain I labeled her as bad, but she was just a nervous rat, and I just didn't realize that as a kid. But the other one, her name was Cutie Pie, and she was really, really cute. She was very sweet, and I would play the piano, and I would put her on the keys, and she would run her up and down and play the piano with me. And she also loved Wheel of Fortune, so I would sit on the couch and she would sit and just be like mesmerized by Wheel of Fortune while that played, and she was really cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
What was the other rat's name?
Brittany. My sister named her after Britney Spears.
Amazing. Brittany and Cutie Pie.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That was concise, and I kind of want to pet a rat now.
Yeah, they're really soft and nice.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You know what? I'm open to it. I don't think I'd want one as a pet, but I don't think I'll shy away from them either.
Hell yeah.
That
Yeah,
changed me.
I I had a hamster later on in my life, and I was like, hamsters are cleaner, but I think that's just because they're smaller.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, yeah, they're nice. I just like seeing them out and about. I'm like, oh, look at you,
They
rat, doing your
were.
thing. So misunderstood.
Oh my god. I had hamsters growing up too. They were fine. I just don't think I
Mm-hmm.
was meant to be a type of pet person where they need to be in like a cage or a tank or something.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah,
that's fair.
that's fair. Yeah. All right. Well,
Nice.
thank you for that. I now understand this rat love that you have.
Woo! Love rats. I just like. I think they've got like that mischievous essence too of like being a trickster. I think I really
Yeah, like a
resonate with,
lovable
and I love that.
trickster. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I see it. I
Yeah.
see it for rats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking of that rat from Fantastic Mr. Fox, where he was kind of like the bad rat, you know,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah,
he just wanted some cider, you know. He wanted to be treated well. Just
yeah.
wanted a
Mm-hmm.
job.
Yeah.
Although kidnapping a child is pretty inexcusable, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I want to watch Secret of Nim.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't
wild.
know if I've ever seen Secret of Nim.
Really?
I
There's a
don't
lot
think
of
so.
rats in it. You would like it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we get into that.
It's like based off a book. I think it's called like something like Mrs. Brisby. It's like a different name than what the book is called.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just like about it's really about a mouse named Mrs. Brisby whose husband mouse was used to be in like a research facility with all these rats. And whatever they did
Mm.
to the rats made them like hyper intelligent. They can read, they can write, they like
Mm-hmm.
are inventors. And she
Yeah.
like goes to them for help. They like live in this farm, and she goes to the rats to help her move her house before the farmer plows because her kid is too
Oh.
sick to move. So she,
Aw.
like the rats are having like a huge political divide. It's really intense and good. It's good.
Yeah.
Man,
Wow.
you should watch it. Oh my God,
Hell yeah.
you'd like
I
it.
will. One thing I also found out when looking into this is that rats technically, there was a study that rats can technically learn how to drive. They like created these like rat powered vehicles that like rats like learned how to like move and like drive the vehicle, which was like a study I guess to work on, it was like how the different sides of the brain function and the motor skills of that, and like they were able to apply that to human genetics and like the deterioration of motor skills in people, something
Wow,
like that. But yeah, I was like, wow, they can fucking drive, that's cool.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild. Well, my mind has changed, honestly. I feel less terrified of
Woo,
them.
that's good.
They're a lot
Yeah.
cuter than I thought. I thought they, like, I remember feeling like I thought they were really ugly. Like,
Mm.
scary looking. But they
No, yeah,
actually, like,
there's like,
they kind of look like, they just look like mice, like big mice.
yeah, they're just a little bigger. I think like on the rats I've seen like in the streets are like pretty like big, but they're
Yeah.
not scary.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, they're cute.
Alright. Bet. Well, there
Nice.
we go.
There we go. What room do you feel like we were in?
Oh, what room? Um, hmm. You know, honestly, I feel like we were walking the halls of a museum today. I don't even think we were in our
Ooh.
house.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it didn't feel like a house
We went on
episode.
a field trip today.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, what do you guys think about rats? And what food
Yeah.
combos do you like?
Yeah, send us food combo Rex. I'm interested. I'm feeling adventurous.
Yeah, me too. Send me some cute photos of rats.
Mm-hmm. That too. Yes, please.
Yeah, only cute ones though. I'm still new
I
to
should
this.
have. I should have worn my rats T-shirt that I
Oh,
had. That
right.
was missed opportunity.
It's all right. At least we thought about
Yeah.
it.
Amazing. Well, thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.